back to the flip side. In today's episode, both Jake and I are going to talk a little bit about our journeys with mental health and how we've come out on the other side. And Jake's going to share about his organization, Happy Healthy Brain Foundation.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having me, Megan. Happy Healthy Brain Foundation is a nonprofit organization I started about 8 months ago. The inspiration behind it, I think, primarily came from seeking treatment and therapeutics after hitting my head. It was just really tough to get the right treatment and get the right therapies and stuff to use to kind of help me bounce back. And also the problem, I think, that really inspired me to start the foundation was the fact that there is no objective information in the current concussion protocols today in sports.
Yeah.
So what our first goal was that we took on was to basically use this technology, which is called WAVI device from WAVI Medical, and try to use it as a tool to include objective information in concussion protocols.
Wow, that's so powerful. So like the real inspiration really came from your own experience after competition. You had an injury and that is what inspired you?
Right. So yeah, I mean, last winter, I was at an event, a World Cup in Mammoth, California, hit my head, and ended up getting treatment from the doctor who was there. And he was just kind of checking me out, asking me questions and stuff. And I did some subjective testing, to determine whether or not I was feeling okay. Mm-hmm. And I basically just told him that I was feeling fine. And felt like I wanted to go back out because I didn't want to miss the event. These events for us are a pretty big deal. There's only like 6 or 7 a year, and it's a good opportunity. So I didn't want to miss it at all. And I wanted to, it's also, just what we do. So missing it and watching everybody else would give me some FOMO. So I wanted to get back out there, and I told him I was fine, basically went back out and just had a terrible time. Couldn't see correctly. I was so dizzy. I was, nauseous. I had a headache, and I ended up landing pretty deep one time in a half pipe. I wasn't even doing a trick or anything, but I landed on my feet with a lot of pressure, and it totally rung my bell again.
Yeah.
So what I did was got off snow immediately, just went home, and I had this device to scan myself with. Mm-hmm. I basically used this, it's a portable EEG device, and I basically used it to do subsequent scans until I was ready to go back out. And that was what really sparked the inspiration of like, oh my gosh, yeah, everybody could use this to, do these baseline scans and make sure that they're ready to return to play when they're ready. So
that's so powerful. And like, honestly, I commend you so much, Jake, like, because you're using your platform just to spread so much positivity. And I think especially, just as an outsider looking in, like you would think, oh, a professional athlete or anyone whose career is like, there's a lot of perks. You travel and it's like, there's this glamorous side to it. But people don't really know, what goes on behind closed doors or really, what someone could be struggling with or going through. But it's like, it's so powerful because I think especially in these current times, even though every single person says that, it's really true though. Like we all are human beings and we're all struggling in some way, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. And so it's so important to have these kinds of conversations because once again, we have no idea what everyone is going through or feeling.
Yeah. And thank you so much. And I appreciate you saying that. And especially being a guy, I think, because there's a stigma, you're supposed to be tough and you're supposed to, not let things affect you. So it's cool to have other male figures reach out and be like, no, I appreciate you sharing this. Like I deal with the same stuff. And like you're saying, I think, to just spread positivity and awareness. And that's really what my foundation is about, is to do that. And that's just something I want to do as a person also, to give back. And it's crazy to see people reach out and they really resonate with stuff like that because everybody, like you say, is going through this. So
yeah, it's just so powerful. And to me, it's like, making these series and just anything I post on Instagram, it's like, it's a never ending ripple effect. You never know who it's going to influence, but it's just crazy because it's like, these videos, they really can like make someone's day like turn around.
Yeah, I mean, one sentence, Megan, coming from you and I could change a whole person's life. I mean, just, they take that sentence and resonate with it and maybe have a breakthrough. And that's something that's, yeah, really powerful, like you're saying. I mean,
yes. And I also, like, for me personally, when I was a teenager, that's when I struggled so badly with anxiety. I remember my first panic attack ever, like it was yesterday. And I remember just sitting there and I was like, I'm so bored and trying to focus on this book. And I just remember the words, it was like going in and out and I'm like, is something wrong? And I was like blinking at the words and I just could not focus and they were so blurry. And then I just remember all of a sudden my heart, kind of went irregular and I was like, oh my gosh, this is scary. And then all of a sudden, you feel like you can't breathe and then your chest gets heavy and your throat closes up. I'm not kidding you. The whole entire room was like spinning and I had like tunnel vision and it was like black spots when I was blinking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to pass out. Like, this is going to be so embarrassing. And I like, I like make it to the door and I run to the bathroom, but I just will never forget that. And I was like, that was the scariest thing. What was that feeling? And after that moment, I just suffered for the next 3 years. I had up to 20 panic attacks every single day and I could barely make it through school. I, had eating issues, social life. It affected every area of my life. But, that's just my inspiration. The experiences I had as a teenager and then overcoming it and through therapy, EFT tapping, I really just want to be that role model and I want to be that person to inspire anyone of any age, but just to inspire people that you can get better and, this too shall pass. But I really feel like for me, the most important thing has been remembering that it's all a choice. You choose your thoughts. You like just bringing it back to remembering I'm in control. There's no like hidden monster. There's no person, doing this to me. It's just me and I'm in charge of my mind.
Yeah, I mean, you're so right. And just you saying that, just me hearing that, I resonate with it a lot.
Like, I just feel ultimately anxiety, it's just a liar. Like, I feel like it lies to you and just, oh, this person hates you, you're doing horrible. Like, to me, that's what my anxiety makes me feel like you're going to be late and you're never going to be good enough. But then to me, I know I can always come back to my breath because I'm like, my breath can't lie to me. My thoughts maybe can, but my breath can't.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're so right. And like you said, anxiety is like that for you. And I mean, different for me, totally. It's more of a feeling for me, but I mean, different for everybody. And yeah, like I want to touch on something you said. You said your first therapist taught you that.
Yeah.
Guys, go see a therapist if you need to. Go talk to somebody. Like I see somebody every Monday. And she is awesome and helps me so much. And I just get to talk about everything that's been going on. And don't be afraid to share with somebody your struggles because those are the people that are there to help.
Yeah.
And that's so important that's just so important to do. You have to. And it's healthy. It's hard to get to the point where you're actually seeing somebody. But once you do, you're going to be really grateful you did.
It's so true, Jake. And I think that's just number one is just being self-aware and admitting to yourself, admitting to others that, maybe I need help or maybe I could be living a better quality of life.
Yeah. I mean, it's really healthy just to have somebody to talk to as well. And especially someone who's there to do that. You really have to advocate for yourself. And that's the biggest thing here. And that's something that's huge in the space I'm in as well. So you gotta advocate for yourself, go find help. If you need to talk to somebody, go find somebody to talk to. It's healthy, it's normal. Don't be afraid to do that. And I appreciate you. I mean, this is, just one more thing that's awesome along the journey has been able to do this series with you and these videos. So thank you, Megan. And yeah.
Of course. Yeah, no, likewise. It's been honestly so much fun and such a dream come true.
Yes.
But yes, this has been amazing. Everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Flip Side. Remember to tag us in your pictures, videos, and repost all of your mental health routines, all of your conversations. We want to see it using #TheFlipSide. And until then, we will see y'all later. Bye.
Peace.